Every time I try and walk away, he gives me the reasons why I shouldn't leave him.
Hell yeah. What's going on, family? Welcome to another episode of the Tariq Elite Radio Show. And I am your gracious host. My name is Mr. Tariq Elite Nasheed, also known as King Flex, broadcasting live right here in Los Angeles. Glad to have everybody tune in. I'm bumping that Kanye Doss. What would I do? What should I do? Just for those who want to know who that is. Anyway, we're going to chop up some good game on today's show. The phone number is 818-850-5404. Call in with your questions, ladies and gentlemen. And what I'm going to do real quickly, family, I'm going to take a commercial break. And when I get back, we're going to chop up game right here on the Tariq Elite Radio Show. So y'all don't move a muscle. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back after these quick messages, family. Do you have a business or a brand? Then you need a website that sets you apart. Blackline Web Design offers you an affordable website that will exceed your expectations. Websites start at just $200. You'll get a customized website with amazing features. You can get social media icons so that followers can interact with you immediately. Grow your brand and increase your sales with a professional website today. They have a 5-star Google rating, and that work speaks for itself. Visit them today and save 10% off with the coupon code that says Tariq. That's blacklinewebdesign.com. Again, blacklinewebdesign.com.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.
You're now tuning into the King of Game, Tariq Elite, on Tariq Elite Radio.
You better recognize.
What's up, family? We are back right here on the Tariq Elite Radio Show. I am your gracious host, Mr. Tariq Elite Nasheed. Don't forget, man, I'm going to be in Toledo, Ohio. My first time doing a lecture in Toledo, Ohio. And that's going to be on November 14th, 2015. And that's going to be at the historical Collingwood Arts Center. That's at 2413 Collingwood Boulevard, Toledo, Ohio. Doors open at 5:30. I think I go on at around 6 p.m., by the way. And everybody, you can get your advance tickets at TariqLive.com. If you're in Ohio or the surrounding areas, go to TariqLive.com to get your tickets. Shout out to my assistant, Ola and Avery and Bryce. They got a series of children's books that they're working on right now. And they got an Indiegogo page up. And I want you guys to go to Indiegogo and look up Royally Melanated. That's the name of the publishing company. And just kick in a little donation for them to get these children's books out for melanoid children around the world. Go to Indiegogo.com, type in Royally Melanated, and you'll see these beautiful children's books directed at the melanoid family. So you guys make a little Kickstarter, not a Kickstarter, but Indiegogo donation to that so that can pop off. Now, let me see. We got a lot of folks calling. Let's see who's on the phone. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, Flex. What's going on? It's M-Dot.
Hey, what's up, M-Dot? How you doing, man?
Man, good, man. What's going on? What's the word?
Hey, I'm just doing a live show. What's on your mind, man?
All right, man. Let me ask you a question, Flex. I went to a wedding this past weekend with a black girl up in North Carolina, right?
Okay.
So, one of the guys that was there that she knew, she introduced me to him. She said, oh, this is my friend. He used to be my white husband. You know how people say they have like a work husband or something?
Yeah, yeah.
So she introduced him to me like that, so I didn't say nothing. So
wait, hold on, stop. She said this was her work husband or white husband?
Yeah, a white husband.
Oh, he was a white dude?
Yeah, he was a white dude, exactly.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so the last part of the story is, he goes, you treating her right? I'm like, I'm playing off, yeah, she good. He goes, well, if not, because I got a shovel in a lot of land, just in case. But he, laughed it off. And I was like, whoa, that was kind of slick. So what's your thoughts about that? How should I handle that and her?
You need to holler and see if he didn't tap that, because you might have a Negro bed wench on your hands. You dig?
Wow.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, you need to pry to get some information. Now, she might lie, but you got to keep prying her about it and just keep peeling off the layers. Just keep going in.
Okay.
And she might say, we ain't never have sex, but we kissed. We never have sex, but we went out. We never have sex, but he went down on me. So you just keep prying and more information to start coming out. But she might be a Negro bedwench, and she might have did something strange for some change or something. You dig?
Okay, absolutely.
I mean, thanks for the call.
For the call.
Oh, yeah, that's real slick. That's my white husband. And you got to be careful about these weddings, because you see a lot of stuff that happen at these weddings. You go to these weddings and you start running into people that your chick or your current significant other, people that they banged because they know friends and family members. So that's real tricky going to a wedding or any kind of social event with somebody you're dating, because you're going to go around their family, and sooner or later you're going to run into somebody that your significant other used to bone. Just like that movie Soul Food. The movie Soul Food that came out in 97. Not the TV show, I'm talking about the movie. The movie was much better than the TV show. But one of the characters, he was getting married, and his ex-chick came to the wedding, and she was twerking all on motherfuckers. It was being real ratchet. So you got to watch that stuff. That happens in real life. So that dude could have been getting his Olivia Pope bone on with your chick, brother. Now let's see who we got on the phone here. What's up? Who's calling? All right. Let's try it again. Y'all better, when y'all call up, y'all got to have your phones in order. Y'all don't be fucking with these T-Mobile flip phones. Again, the phone number is 818-850-5404. Let's try it again. You just called. What happened to your phone, man?
You gotta watch that. That happens to you a lot.
Hello? Okay, no, this person, hold on one second. Because this person called twice, and when they start messing up the flow, I got to get on them a little bit. I'm calling this person back for messing up the flow. I'm calling them back.
Hi, this is Charmaine. I'm not able to pick up right now. When you get to the beat, leave a message.
I left all that, man. I hope her dude finds that message right there. I hope her dude listens to that voicemail and hears that. She'll learn how to not call and bullshit again. What's up? Who's calling?
Yeah, hey, Terry. Dexter Hunter. Long time listener, first time caller. How you doing, man?
I'm good, Dexter. Where you from, brother? I hear an accent. I hear like I want to say.
Yeah.
Is that
I'm from Jamaica.
Yeah, I knew it was a Caribbean accent. You made me want to get some jerk chicken, brother. What's up with it? What's up, Dexter?
Man, I remember a couple of years ago you were out there staying at rooms on the beach. I was about to hit you up, but, you know, I was like, shit, you're probably with your family, so I didn't want to intrude.
No doubt.
I just called it. Yeah, did you hear about the proposal they're trying to get down in Jamaica? The British government trying to build a prison down there?
Yeah, the people over in Jamaica, they want reparations, and them white supremacists are talking about building a damn prison.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're not having that, man. You know.
Yes, indeed.
You know, we got some politicians that want to build it, but the rest of the population ain't having it, man.
Absolutely, and they shouldn't allow that shit. They should. I think they should tear that shit down the minute they start building it up there.
Exactly, and the British Prime Minister was like, you know, we have been through so much as friends together. Let's forget reparations. Like, hell no.
Hell no. Hell no. Don't let them run that game. And they ran that game on us, because you start talking about reparations over here, these coons out here start talking down on it. So, yeah, exactly, man, y'all stay on their necks about that so we can start getting in the game and getting in the mix and start making demands. But we got to be able to back up our demands. That's why we got to start building up an economy. But anyway, thanks for the call, brother. Thank you so much, Dexter. All right, let me get one more call, and then I can start talking about stuff that's going on. Speaking of justice, by the way, before I take another call, I'll be in D.C. this weekend. They're having the Million Man March anniversary, and I will be in the house. A lot of people are going to Washington, D.C. this weekend. Me and my crew, we will definitely be there supporting the minister. You know what's interesting? I saw an interview with Minister Farrakhan a couple of days ago talking about, justice or else, and how people were upset about him saying or else, and he should get 10,000 brothers to bring vengeance to those who try to kill us and things of that nature. And Minister Farrakhan said something very interesting. He was like, well, look, God is going to punish those too who have reaped injustice. Now, I don't try to get too metaphysical or too extra spiritual on the show, but it's very interesting. He said that he was talking about how nature and different types of natural catastrophes are going to start happening in certain areas. And he's been saying this for a while, but he just said this. And what's interesting, after he said it, there was a big time flood over in Charleston, South Carolina. That's very interesting. In Charleston, South Carolina, you had a bunch of churches, remember last month, that wouldn't allow Minister Farrakhan to come over there and speak. All those churches over there, they started chicking it out, and they didn't want him to speak. And, a lot of stuff has been happening in Charleston with that whole Confederate flag thing. These white supremacists are fighting with black folks about the flag, and then you have the Dylan Roof dude shooting the black people in the church. So the white supremacists, they've been committing so much injustice over there in South Carolina in the Charleston area, and now a couple of days later, a few days ago, it was a big time flood over there. One of the worst floods in years over there. So that's very interesting. Just very interesting. I just wanted to harp on that for a minute. What's up? Who's calling?
What's up, Tariq? This is Nate, man.
Nate?
Yes, Nate. I'm on your UPA site, United Players of America.
Yes. What's on your mind? What's on your mind?
I was just calling because I need some advice. Right now I'm in college, and I'm from Georgia Southern.
Yes.
And I'm a mechanical engineer, and I'm trying to, step my game up in order to, before I graduate. And I was wondering, do you have any advice dealing with, white supremacists and stuff like that, as far as, school? Because how they got things set up is that certain information is only allowed to certain people, and there's certain clubs that you have to join in order to get those that information that can help benefit your future. Yeah. So I was wondering, is there any type of way that I can I guess kind of gold dig my information or something?
I feel exactly what you're saying. This is why what you got to do, black people, you learn what they tell you, but also you got to learn what they don't tell you. And what they don't tell you is usually more valuable. The white supremacists, they have made it their duty to hide and withhold valuable information from melanoid people around the world. And this is one of their techniques. I feel where you're coming from 100%. So this is why you have to go exploring and digging and looking for the information and traveling and things of that nature, and just doing a lot of your own research. Go look at books that they don't promote, because a lot of stuff is hidden in certain books that they don't promote to black folks, rather. So you got to look at the stuff that they look at. You got to look at what they read. You got to look at who they do business with. You got to look at some of their allies and some of the places they go overseas, and that's how you get a lot of information. You got to ear hustle, because they're not going to give you the information. And I talk about this before, like in Africa, we got all those resources, those natural resources in the soil of Africa. But a lot of the people there, the native people, they don't know how to refine the resources in order to bring it to market. And all the information on how to refine the information, you got to go to schools in Europe to get that information. And a lot of times they don't allow the African people to take those courses on how to refine and bring those minerals and resources to market. So now it's up to us to learn this stuff and get the information and share that information among those who are worthy of learning it and do something with it. Just like with the Hidden Color series. The Hidden Color series, nobody in the dominant society was ever going to tell us some of the stuff that's in the Hidden Color series. That's the reason why it's called Hidden Colors. Because me and other people that I've compiled, a lot of the scholars and doctors and thinking people I got a bunch of people who knew the information and put them in a central location. So we're going to have to start doing that in everything we do as far as activities so that we can empower ourselves. We empower ourselves with the knowledge. We can empower ourselves with doctors and thinkers and lawyers. That's another thing. We need to get lawyers who understand law, who understand international law, who understand reparations law, things like that, and get them together and create like a think tank so that they can come up with solutions that the white supremacists are not going to share with us. So it's all about getting the thinking minds together and people of like minds together to come up with solutions to our issue and issues to the problem of the white supremacists withholding information. Yeah, that makes sense?
Oh, yes, sir. I also got another question. Who do you suggest, like, if I want to get my foot in the door, or because I'm also trying to get some money as well. So
all of us are trying to get money, but go ahead.
I don't want to spend all my years in college and then not actually use the stuff and not get no money from it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm trying to, what kind of mentor, or who, is there some type of character traits, something that let me know I ain't dealing with no coon or somebody who just fucking around, just messing people over. And also, I think that some people in college, they need help trying to find those like-minded, because we have a lot of coons down here, especially coming from Atlanta.
Yeah, oh yeah. And the good question, very good question. Now the thing is, that's how you learn the game, by being around mentors, people who are more thorough than you. That's when I was in the hustle game, I would hang around older, more experienced cats and learn the game from them. And a lot of times what happens in black society, we're promoted and told to hate on somebody who's doing better than us. And that's the thing that fucks us up in the game. Instead of looking at somebody who's successful and saying, hey, let me go and kick it with this person and really soak up game from this person, we get into this thing, well, fuck that nigga. He think he all that. He think he's the shit. You understand? And that trips us up every time, and we don't learn anything. And another thing, we got to understand, when we see a successful black person, we got to see, okay, is that person successful because of his own merit, or did he become successful because he was picked by the white supremacists? Because that's another thing. The white supremacists... Go ahead, brother.
I was wondering, how do you differentiate between, that? Because I do see a lot, because I be wondering, why did they pick this particular person? Because I feel in the black community, we have a lot of faith niggas. You know what I'm saying? Niggas that are non-threatening to the, white supremacist structure or something like that. Yes, and it's all
that's why I'm about to break the game down. So if you want a mentor, the best mentor to find is a mentor that's self-made. You want to find a self-made mentor in the black community. You want to find a black person. Now sometimes you can luck up on a cool ass white person who can inadvertently give you some information, just kind of on the slip up. You dig? Because I've hung out with rich white dudes before, and they just talking in general. A lot of times they kind of hush up when they're around you, but sometimes when they get drunk and they're partying, they'll start spilling the beans. So you want to hang out with wealthy white folks when they're in their leisure time, because that's when they'll start slipping up and giving information. Now, if they're on a business level, they're hush-hush about it. So that's one thing. You get around some white folks who's leisure, who's partying and all that, then they'll start chopping it up. Now, as far as black folks, if you want a mentor in the black community, you got to make sure that this is a person who is self-made, because if he's not, 9 times out of 10, there's going to be a coon element there if he's chosen by the white supremacists, because the white supremacists, they're very good at choosing a Negro and showering that Negro with certain things. And we look at the Negro and think, okay, he's successful because he's shining, but he's just a pet Negro for the white supremacists. A lot of athletes are pet Negroes. And I'm not saying that to disparage my brothers, because I have a lot of friends who are athletes, but a lot of these brothers, even though they have skill and they're thorough and they athletically competent, many of them are just picked Negroes on the plantation. You understand? So in the minute they stop playing, they can't really give you no game. They can't really tell you what to do. That's why it kills me when I see a lot of athletes go down and talk to kids. What the fuck you talking to a kid for? Just what? Hey, you act right, let massa pick you? That's all you're going to say to them. And when you see a successful black person, make sure that person is self-made. You can tell who's self-made because they will be able to challenge white supremacy. And they'll tell you, hey man, there's a lot of racism out here and I work my way around that. They don't make excuses for the white supremacists. They don't say, well, hell man, ain't no racism. You can do anything you want to do. No, a real dude will say, hey man, there's some real white supremacists out here, man, and they'll try to fuck your shit up. And this is what you need to do to go around that. So they can break the game down like that. So you can kind of tell who's a coon and who's not a coon when you're looking for a mentor. You did? Because I've talked to dudes before and I've seen, you know, they're shining and they're intellectual and all that. But then, and I tell you this, some people that I've interviewed for the Hidden Color series, some people that I didn't use in there that much, I've talked to them and I've seen some coon shit going on. That's why I just didn't put them in there. I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't know, okay. Because they said some, what about black on black crime type shit and ooh, white racism is over, stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, so this is why you got in your position. So we can tell the coons. So avoid the coons and find some self-made mentors and just soak up some game from them. You feel me?
Okay, appreciate it, man.
Much respect, fam. Yes, indeed. That's what you got to do, man. Find you some black folks who are self-made for the most part. And again, even if we're self-made, we're still subject to the white supremacists. We got to be very honest about that. We're still subject to them. Because again, even if you have a business, I still have to go to them to get my business license, unfortunately. You understand? You still have to go to the white supremacists to get your building permits, and you still have to go to them to a certain degree. But you're not under them 24/7 getting direct orders from a white daddy, so to speak. You understand? If you're self-made, as self-made as you could be. Let me see who else is on the phone. What's up? Who's calling?
Yeah. This is Donnie.
Donnie, what's up, Donnie? Where you calling from?
Me, I'm calling from Chicago. This Tariq.
This is Tariq, Donnie. Of course it's Tariq.
Boy, you know what, man? Listen, big bro, I've been listening to you and my whole squad. We listen to you every chance we get, right? We rock with you. Salute. You're
yes,
100.
Yes,
feel
sir.
Me?
Yes, sir.
I got a slight lightweight dilemma, right?
Go ahead.
Okay, like I do what I do as a man, not believing what I believe, and I've been trying to narrow my team down, you know, and lately getting older and being a father now, right?
Yeah.
So instead of spreading myself in with like this one and that one and this one and that one, I've been trying to like keep it down to like one or two to make it more convenient and make it more of a regular lifestyle for a man.
Right.
So I got one naturally, right? I got one. She good people. Got everything she's supposed to have. She stand up and she stand tall, but she one of those little chunky little ex-basketball, you know, ex-athletes, right?
Yeah.
You know, and they kind of like atmosphere in their life. They, you know, they usually done did or used to been done did or will do girl on girl, right?
Yeah.
It's highly rapid in they circles. It's cool with me. So, you know, she done told me like, yeah, she done did it before. She used to do it or whatever. No problem. Cool, right? And, you know, me being the real dude I am, she tell me she ain't really into it no more. Cool, 100. So now I'm really just rocking with her and trying to get a good feel of what she going and what she on. We hanging out now, but every time we hanging out now, bro, she be looking at chicks harder than I be looking at chicks. And I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, no shade. It's cool, whatever. But me trying to be a 100% honest narrower of my life and trying to see what I want to fit on my squad. Should I even just shoot with that, or should I just go and play with it and keep it moving, or should I give her a chance to rock, even though I can tell that she still like what she like, because that's just what she like.
Yeah, and the thing is, man, the women, especially women in the game, they feed off your energy. Anything in your energy, they're going to feed off of it, no matter how minor you think it is. Because you can tell, especially women in the game, or who used to be in the game, are very perceptive. That's one thing they learn. They learn how to be perceptive because that's how they know how to spit. So a lot of dudes underestimate these women. Now, when they're around dudes that they're trying to get some instructions from, if your energy is saying one thing but your mouth is saying another, they're going to pick up on your energy. And your energy is like almost 1 foot out the game trying to square up a little bit, and there's nothing wrong with that because that's what you're supposed to do. They're going to start sensing that. You dig? So, and, you know, they pay like they weigh, no matter what they look like and all the shit they say. If they in the game, they need to be doing in the game shit. You can't be halfway in the game because they know that they ain't supposed to be half-assing in the game. And what they're doing on a low-key level, they're trying to make you step it up on a low-key, passive-aggressive level. What they want you to do is step it up and smash down with the ism and give them the right instructions. Are you feeling me?
Okay. So you saying I need to disregard all that and just show her what I want and make her do what I need.
Dude, she's looking for some damn instructions right now. All that old saying one thing but low-key eyeballing other chicks and all this old shit. That she needs some instructions. That's just loosey-goosey right there. She's loose with it. She don't have no instructions because you kind of lenient on her. So it's time to really tighten up on them instructions and let her know what she needs to do and start bringing the house in order. And if they're going to be in it, they're going to be in it. And if you're going to be in it, you be in it. And when it's time to roll out, roll on out of it. But get you a down one and bring a down one with you. You dig?
Right.
There you go.
I get it. I'm glad I called. I've been listening for years. I never called. I'm like, man, let me run this by the big homie and see what he's thinking about it.
Oh, yeah. Man, much respect. Thanks for the call, player. Yes, indeed. Let me see who else we got on the phone. A lot of good calls today. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's going on, brother? This is Master King from the Bronx.
What's your name, sir?
Master King.
Master King?
On Facebook.
Master King on Facebook.
Correct.
All right, what's on your mind, Master King? I hope I'm pronouncing your name right.
Got it, brother. You got it.
Okay.
Just two questions real quick. The first one, I know you already know we in cuffing season right now.
Yes.
And I've been getting a lot of impromptu text messages from ladies that I ain't heard from since last summer.
Oh yeah.
Or last fall.
Oh yeah.
So my question to you is, with some of them that I haven't heard from, how should I go about dealing with them? Should I even deal with them? Should I charge it to the game with them and just keep it moving?
Oh yeah, you definitely deal with them. Deal with them. Now you're single, right? You're a single dude.
I'm single, yeah.
Oh yeah, well it's single. It's time for the balls to jingle. You dig? And if they're choosing, you need to start snoozing with them. You dig? Start hitting them up. If they want to call up, you gonna run up in them and do what you do since you're single, because they're trying to get their little holiday cupcake on. So you use that to your advantage. So I say smash as many of them as you can, and don't sell them no dreams, because what happens again after cupcake season, when summertime starts rolling around, these women start waning away anyway. They start getting on their shit. Well, I don't want to be in a relationship. I just kind of want to I want to hang out for the summer and all that, and that's fine. But get your smash in while it's cool in the game. You dig? Let them call up and take advantage of it. Go ahead. What's on your mind?
Yeah, the one last thing. I just want to ask you, because I'm around a lot of good brothers, a lot of real men. I mean, I'm not saying all of them, but I want to ask you, why is it that real men know how to move in silence, but majority of a lot of women don't?
You say women?
What I mean by that, is, they don't know how to keep their mouth closed, and they gossip too much.
Well, that's something that's really indicative of black society. You dig? That's something that, because in white society, the white women, they gossip to a certain degree, but when it comes time to maintaining and protecting the system of white supremacy, they'll keep their damn mouths shut. They don't gossip that much where they telling on the other white supremacists. But in black society, that's part of black culture, which is to gossip, and that's something that we were taught on plantations. That's why we have all the mostly websites that cater to black people, like Gossip, Media Takeout, Madame Noir. These are just gossip sites. even Ebony has become and morphed into some gossip shit, where it used to be somewhere where that had supposedly pertinent information. So we've basically become a gossip culture. And I just won't say women. You got dudes out here gossiping like bitches. You got some gossipy, bitch-made dudes out here. And these dudes are worse than the women as far as gossiping. So we have a gossip culture within black society that we need to get off of and start creating a building society where we start creating some shit and controlling it instead of sitting around running our damn mouths all the time. Anyway, I thank you and I digress, brother. Thank you so much for the call. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Speaking of shit talking, y'all know I'm a big fan of Dr. Neely. I always call him Dr. Neely Fuller, but Mr. Neely Fuller. And Neely Fuller, there was an interview that a lot of people sent me that he did on this woman's show. She has like one of these jive-ass little blog radio shows. I don't know what it is. You know, there's a billion people with these little shows now. And this chick, her name is Dawn Nicoleon. I've heard of her before. I've seen another video of her a while back, and I knew something was funny style about her because I think she was talking crazy about her own kids, and she was saying some real crazy shit. And the interview, I don't know how Mr. Fuller got hooked up with this person and who told him to do an interview with this person, because she was so disrespectful to him. I'm going to play a little clip of it, by the way, but this chick was so disrespectful to Mr. Fuller. But he stayed on code. He never went off. He stayed on code with it. And it's my conjecture that this person, this woman, she could possibly be some type of agent provocateur. Because basically, the disrespect that she had towards Brother Fuller, I'm almost thinking that it sounds like she was just trolling. It sounded like she was just actually trolling him. It went beyond just her being ignorant and disrespectful. She was deliberately trying to antagonize him, to kind of get him off code and to kind of discredit him. Let me play a little clip of this. I'm not going to play too much of it, but just shows you how ignorant this chick is. And she had ignorant callers, and it was extremely disrespectful to the elder Neely Fuller. Hold on.
Like we've been doing and do himself, I think he would have been better off.
Okay, this is a caller calling in.
No, but white supremacy is all over the world. Don't forget, they smarter than you.
No,
they have more power than you.
No,
so it don't matter where you go on this planet, white supremacy prevails! You know what I mean? Like, according to Mr. Fuller, white supremacy is actually making you make those statements, Noble Pa.
So there's some caller calling in, and Mr. Fuller, he's just on hold, and this chick is just kind of being antagonistic because Mr. Fuller talked about how white supremacy dominates everything, and she's trying to laugh that off.
Well, I have a question for him. Have you ever read the book?
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to go past this.
That's not unusual.
Hold on.
Have you ever read the book, The Stolen Legacy by G.M. James?
The name of the book is what?
Stolen Legacy. Have you ever read Stolen Legacy by George G.M. James?
I've heard of the book. I've never read it.
Well, I think you probably have to read that book.
Probably so. I've read a lot of books.
Is it written by the white supremacy? Because only them can get him to read it. He has to.
No,
he has to be allowed to read it, Noble Pa. Do you understand? They tell him what to do.
Oh.
You understand?
They allowed me. Wait a minute. I can speak for myself on this. I've read books written by black people and white people.
Did you read it on your own?
And I think most people have read books written by many different people. That's not unusual at all. See, so I don't want people to get the impression that I only read books that
but
are written by white people.
Did you read it on your own, or did the white supremacist people allow you to read it?
They allow me to read everything that I read.
Okay.
That's why they're supreme.
Oh, okay. They're basically white supremacy is your God in a sense.
Yeah, I'm trying to get an understanding of that one. Like, what is
No, they are.
White supremacy is your God. Meaning,
are you
it's
asking me?
everything you've been
Wait a
through,
minute. Are you? Wait
and
a minute,
everything
ma'am.
you've
Wait a
read,
minute,
and
ma'am.
everything
Wait a-
you've eat, they allow you to do it.
Wait a minute. Are you asking
I
me
want to
or
be part of
telling
the
me?
white supremacy.
Are you asking me or are you telling me?
No, I'm
That's two
asking.
different things. No, they're not my God. Because I believe there's something more powerful than them.
Then let's
So that
just speak
takes care
on
of
what's
that.
more powerful than them. What is more powerful than them?
Whatever produced them and whatever produced me.
And what produced them and what produced you?
People got different names for it.
What do you call them?
I call it the creator, because that's what a creator does, creates. People don't create anything. I do believe that. Now, I may be in error. People...
Now, and I'm Mr. Fuller's just being, he's cool. He's staying on code. He's not going off, and I got respect for that, because this hood rat ass chick was going, just deliberately trying to antagonize him.
I hear the question again, so I may...
Okay, that's all I just wanted to know. Did you hear it? My question is, your creator created you and created white supremacy. Now,
Presumably. I wasn't
according
there.
to you.
See what I mean?
According to you.
Yes, in other words, according to logic.
According to your logic.
Yes, ma'am, you can say
All
my
right,
logic.
and
because
now
me.
it's time for you to oppose it. That's what
it
you
was
said.
always
by
time
opposing
for me
it.
to oppose it.
So
Once I became aware of it,
I'm ready to ask the question. Okay, so are you aware of it now?
I've always been aware of it.
Okay, so when are you going to start opposing it?
I'm presumably I'm doing it now.
Okay, all right. So now is right now, not 10, 15
Right
minutes
this
ago.
minute.
Because 10, 15
Right this
minutes
minute.
ago, you said they
We're not
tell
talking
you what
about
to
making
do.
furniture
They
here. We're
control
talking about
you.
white
They
supremacy.
allow you.
Yes, they allow me to do this.
Got you. All right, but now, right now, you're going to oppose it.
That's why I came on the program. That's opposition. I'm speaking in opposition to it. I'm speaking. That's all I'm doing, speaking.
I mean, and she's just asking like real dumbass questions through the whole thing. She just keep asking him dumbass question after dumbass question.
So why keep giving the example?
No. I
of
never made that statement in that context.
Yes, sweetheart. You said everything.
I said the white supremacists dominate everything that I do.
Okay.
See, I'm
All
very specific when it comes to words.
Right, but remember I asked you, give me an example, and you said everything.
Yes, meaning everything as pertains to me.
Okay, got you.
Including this conversation.
Okay, yeah, I know, because the white supremacist came in my after party and told me to call you. So, damn, the white supremacy controlled me to call you, and the white supremacy controlled you to be on the goddamn show. This is crazy!
She's a fucking idiot. You see that idiotic bullshit? And that's the thing, and I'm done. I can't play no more of that, but either this person is a complete idiot, a childish idiot, or that's an agent provocateur. Because you got to watch it. And look, because sometimes when people are real stupid acting, she's all yelling and acting like a child, sounding hood radish, disrespecting this elder while he's trying to bring some information. Sometimes people try to use stupidity as a defense mechanism to try to shield the fact that they're agent provocateurs. That chick, Sister So Love, y'all remember that chick? That's why I knew she was a suspected agent, because she came out doing interviews sounding stupid as hell. And I said, wait a minute. When I saw that Sister So Love out there trying to get attention and trying to get the news media to interview her, and then when they interviewed her, she was saying some of the dumbest shit imaginable. She's like, I'm a nigga, you a cracker. I'm a nigga, you a cracker. She was saying stupid shit. I said, oh, that's an agent, dude. The minute I saw that, I said, oh, no, her ass is an agent. And sure enough, many activist groups and all these people later on, they started to complain how that Sister Soul Love chick was causing rifts in organizations. She was keeping up a bunch of mess and arguments and pitting people against each other. She was disrupting a bunch of stuff. Then she just disappeared, just bam. Took down her social networking sites. The whole shebang just disappeared. So that chick, that Donna Napoleon, whatever the fuck her name is, that could be a possible agent provocateur. If somebody's that stupid acting. Sometimes I just find it hard to believe that somebody's that fucking stupid without having an agenda. Basically trolling the elder, and he's trying to bring information. You got to be very careful. Don't think that there's just stupid, because you do have some real bunny ruckuses out there. You do have some real bunny ruckus, self-hating coonettes out there. But then you have people who are acting stupid like a fox, so to speak. So she was deliberately trolling. And who was she trolling for, and why was she trolling, and who sent her to troll? So we got to be very careful of that. Now, speaking of bunny ruckuses and coonettes, a lot of people are still talking about that Chris Harper Mercer person who killed all those people up in Oregon. For those who don't know, last week there was a shooting up in Oregon at a community college, and the killer is a guy. His name is Chris Harper Mercer. He's a genetically mixed gentleman, was a genetically mixed person who basically allegedly passed for white, and he had the ideology of white supremacists. From what I've heard in media reports, he allegedly shared white supremacist views. He was a Nazi sympathizer. So this gives the impression that he was a genetically mixed person who passed for white and who identified with white supremacy. And some interesting stuff with this guy. A lot of people, we know his dad is a white guy. His dad is a white male who lives in Tarzana, California. And his dad has come out doing interviews saying how much he doesn't understand, and, you know, he's so sorry about what happened. But nobody's really bringing, people are talking about the mother, and there haven't been too many photos of her. There's the white supremacists. They got about 5 or 6 pictures on the internet floating around of random black women saying that's the mother. So we assume that the mother is black. We're assuming that the mother is a black woman. But there's no definitive proof. But we're just going to assume that she is, because certain so-called witnesses and family friends said that the mother is black. So we don't know yet. We don't know for sure, but I'm assuming she may be. But what's interesting about the mother, who's allegedly black, the mother, they've been looking at her social media pages and her timelines and her Facebook pages and all this stuff and different posts that she's made over the years, and they found out that the mother of this killer, gunman who has been, I think he killed himself after the shooting, the mother herself was a gun nut. She was into all types of guns, and I think that she was the one who got all the guns for her son. And that's very interesting. Let's unpack that. Now, why was this mother, who's allegedly black, who had a genetically biracial son who could pass for white, pretty much pass for white, what was up with this mother and all the gun thing? What was that about? I think that was a subconscious way of the mother trying to protect her son from white supremacy. Because he was a genetically mixed person, he had to try to go overboard with the white supremacy sympathizing. He had to identify with the Hitlers and neo-Nazis and all of these white supremacist groups in order to try to get rid of his melanoid gene, to try to hide the fact that he had melanin genes. And this reminds me of an interview that the great Paul Mooney did. Paul Mooney did an interview, and he made a very good point about black women in slavery. He talked about how in slavery, black women were forced to, sleep with white men. And when you sleep with people, people become very vulnerable. And you learn their insecurities. And black women, by sleeping with white men during slavery, by force, by the way, they learn all the insecurities of the white male. There is pillow talk. When people are laying up, you hear their insecurities. And Paul Mooney made a point that the black women learned just how much the white supremacist male hates and despises the black man. Black women know that, especially the ones during slavery. They knew how much the white supremacist male hated black men. And this is why black women have always tried to protect black men to a certain degree, even in relationships. Even the mother, parents, they hold on to their black boys. They go out of their way to hold the black boy. They put the black girl out there. The black girl has to have a lot of responsibilities, but the boy is almost pampered to a certain degree. You see this a lot in black families today. The daughters are out there, they're making them work, making them go to school, and the boys are just kind of being held close at home. Because the black woman knows just how much the white supremacist male and white supremacist society has it out for the black male. And they learned that through the pillow talk. Y'all remember V. Stiviano and Donald Sterling and those secret tapes of Donald Sterling at home with his bed wench? And y'all heard how vulnerable he was. Y'all heard those old Donald Sterling tapes. His insecurities about black men and all the shit that he was talking, and how he deliberately made a point to subjugate black people and black men in particular, and tried to tell his bedwench, hey, don't bring those black dudes to my games. Don't bring those black dudes here. Don't bring those black dudes there. You saw that. You heard that. You heard that. So black women knew, by sleeping with white supremacist males, they knew how they and white supremacist society had it out for the black male. So this guy, Chris Harper Mercer, his mother, who, from what I understand, I think she's married to another white guy now, so she might be a suspected bedwench. But even the bedwenches know that if they have black children, genetically black children who are in danger, any mother is going to try to protect their children. So by this woman, who's allegedly black, laying up with all these white men, she knew. She knows. So this is why this woman was a gun nut and buying guns for her son. Because on a subconscious level, she knew. Because black women don't having guns like that. Let's just be real. Generally, you don't see black women. Black women don't even like guns in their house. The weapon of choice for a black woman, a real black woman, is a razor. The black women will fuck you up with a razor. Especially them old sisters. They'll slice your ass up with a razor. That was their go-to weapon, a razor. But really, they don't fuck with guns like that. It really, especially all types of automatic weapons, that's not a black woman's tool of they don't get down like that. But this dude's mother was all into these weapons and all that, and that was a subconscious way, a subliminal way of her protecting her son from white supremacy. And that's my own conjecture. That's just my own conjecture, but I digress. Anyway, y'all, that's been today's episode of the Tariq Elite Radio Show. Don't forget, family, go to Indiegogo, check out Royally Melanated. Go to Indiegogo, check out Royally Melanated, make a donation to the book series. That's my boy Ola Akamururo. He's starting that book series, and they're getting that popping. Don't forget, everybody, go to HiddenColorsFilm.com to get Hidden Colors 1, 2, and 3. All my people in South Africa, hit me up, because I'm going to be in South Africa at the end of November. So I'm going to be in Cape Town. So hit me up. I want to see if we can do something out there in Cape Town, possibly a meet and greet, possibly hit up some of the media outlets out there. Email me at info@TariqElite.com. I will be in Cape Town at the end of November. Y'all holla at me. And don't forget to hit me up on Ustream this Sunday. Get your tickets to join me in Toledo, Ohio. I will be there November 14th. Get tickets at TariqLive.com. I'm going to holla. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back after these quick messages, family. Do you have a business or a brand? Then you need a website that sets you apart. Blackline Web Design offers you an affordable website that will exceed your expectations. Websites start at just $200. You'll get a customized website with amazing features. You can get social media icons so that followers can interact with you immediately. Grow your brand and increase your sales with a professional website today. They have a 5-star Google rating, and that work speaks for itself. Visit them today and save 10% off with the coupon code that says Tariq. That's BlacklineWebDesign.com. Again, BlacklineWebDesign.com.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.
You're now tuning into the King of Game, Tariq Elite, on Tariq Elite Radio.
What's up, family? We are back right here on the Tariq Elite Radio Show. I am your gracious host, Mr. Tariq Elite Nasheed. Don't forget, man, I'm going to be in Toledo, Ohio. My first time doing a lecture in Toledo, Ohio. And that's going to be on November 14th, 2015. And that's going to be at the historical Collingwood Arts Center. That's at 2413 Collingwood Boulevard, Toledo, Ohio. Doors open at 5:30. I think I go on at around 6 p.m., by the way. And everybody, you can get your advance tickets at TariqLive.com. If you're in Ohio or the surrounding areas, go to TariqLive.com to get your tickets. Shout out to my assistant, Ola and Avery and Bryce. They got a series of children's books that they're working on right now. And they got an Indiegogo page up. And I want you guys to go to Indiegogo and look up Royally Melanated. That's the name of the publishing company. And just kick in a little donation for them to get these children's books out for melanoid children around the world. Go to Indiegogo.com, type in Royally Melanated, and you'll see these beautiful children's books directed at the melanoid family. So you guys make a little Kickstarter, not a Kickstarter, but Indiegogo donation to that so that can pop off. Now, let me see. We got a lot of folks calling. Let's see who's on the phone. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's going on? It's M-Dot.
Hey, what's up, M-Dot? How you doing, man?
Hey, good, man. What's going on? What's the word?
Hey, I'm just doing a live show. What's on your mind, man?
All right, man. Let me ask you a question, Blake. I went to a wedding this past weekend with a black girl up in North Carolina, right?
Okay.
So, one of the guys that was there that she knew, she introduced me to him. She said, "Oh, this is my friend. He used to be my white husband." You know how people say they have like a work husband or something?
Yeah.
So she introduced him to me like that. So I didn't say nothing. So
wait, hold on, stop. She said this was her work husband or white husband?
Yeah, a white husband.
But he was a white dude?
Yeah, he was a white dude, exactly.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so the last part of the story is, he goes, "You treating her right?" I'm like, I'm playing off, yeah, she good. He goes, "Well, if not, because I got a shovel and a lot of land, just in case." And he laughed it off. And I was like, whoa, that was kind of slick. So what's your thoughts about that? Like, how should I handle that? And her.
You need to holler and see if he didn't tap that, because you might have a Negro bed wench on your hands. You dig?
Wow. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you need to pry to get some information. Now, she might lie, but you got to keep prying her about it and just keep peeling off the layers. Just keep going in, and she might say, we ain't never have sex, but we kiss. We ain't never have sex, but we went out. We ain't never have sex, but he went down on me. So you just keep prying, and more information will start coming out. But she might be a Negro bedwench, and she might have did something strange for some change or something. You dig?
Okay, absolutely.
I mean, thanks for the call.
For the call.
Oh, yeah, that's real slick. That's my white husband. And you got to be careful about these weddings.
Every time I try and walk away, he gives me the reasons why I shouldn't leave him.
Hell yeah. What's going on, family? Welcome to another episode of the Tariq Elite Radio Show. And I am your gracious host. My name is Mr. Tariq Elite Nasheed, also known as King Flex, broadcasting live right here in Los Angeles. Glad to have everybody tune in. I'm bumping that Kanye Doss, What Would I Do? What Should I Do? Just for those who want to know who that is. Anyway, we're going to chop up some good game on today's show. The phone number is 818-850-5404. Call in with your questions, ladies and gentlemen. And what I'm going to do real quickly, family, I'm going to take a commercial break. And when I get back, we're going to chop up game right here on the Tariq Elite Radio Show. So y'all don't move a muscle.